How do I pay if I don't know anything? Trump accuses New York's ag Letitia James of running a malicious $250 million campaign against the family business. And Mar-a-Lago Shawnee talks to Hannity. He said he expected her to accompany him on the case. Former President Donald Trump announced Wednesday that he believes New York Attorney General Letitia James will settle the lawsuit against him. The comments came when the former president opposed James' $250 million lawsuit, claiming Trump lied about the value of his property when he applied for a loan to expand his real estate empire. Rice Field, speaking to Sean Hannity from his Mar-a-Lago home on Wednesday, Trump doubled down on his claims that his property value is high and pointed to Mar-a-Lago's decadence. He then revealed,
"Actually, I didn't expect her to sue. And the reason I thought was because she didn't have a case. I got the impression that she wanted to settle down," he claimed. "But I had a problem, because how do you pay, even if it's a small amount, if you don't owe it?"
The former president also noted that he included a disclaimer in loan applications asking creditors to assess the value for themselves. This is a clear defense against lawsuits. He later called the lawsuit just a continuation of the witch hunt that started when I stepped down the Trump Tower escalator, suggesting James had been after him since he first ran.
"She fought for it 4 years ago. It was a vicious campaign," Trump said. "And she just talked about Trump and said, 'We're going to get him. We're going to impeach him. We're going to get him.' She knew nothing of me," he claimed. "She's never heard of her, but she's seen this woman. She's seen this statement she made without knowing anything. She said, 'We're going to get him,' and her whole campaign was based on that," Trump continued. "Then she followed us. We've been through this for years. We got off the escalator and it started," Trump claimed.
A Fox News anchor then asked the former president if he had ever filled out a loan application while running the Trump Organization, to which Trump replied,
"Well, we have loans, but we have very little debt."
He added,
"They have been humiliating me for this for years, and now I know I have very little debt and very little cash. One of the best assets in the world. I've been through it. They humiliated me all the time, these people. There's something wrong with them," he said, apparently referring to Letitia James. "I think they hate our country."
At this point, Hannity Trump appeared to argue lenders have a fiduciary duty to determine the value of any property. In response, the former president claimed that he has a disclaimer on each of his loan applications.
"It basically says, get your own people, you're at your own risk. This was done by management, so don't rely on the statement that you're getting. It basically says to an institution, you're going to loan money, you're going to have to go out and get your own appraisers, your own lawyers, everything."
Trump added that he does not have a mortgage on most of his properties, but if he did, appraisers would come in and compare them with nearby homes. Trump's remarks on Hannity come just hours after he called James, who is black, racist, and accused her of bringing forward the lawsuit to help her really bad poll numbers.
Another witch hunt by a racist attorney general, Letitia James, who failed in her run for governor, getting almost zero support from the public, and now is doing poorly against Law and Order Ag. Candidate, highly respected Michael Henry, Trump wrote in a post on Truth Social. "I had no idea this case would come up until I saw her bad poll numbers. Scammers fighting on the Get Trump platform regardless." In a follow-up post minutes later, Trump added, "Attorney General Letitia Peekaboo James has been a total crime-fighting disaster in New York for very powerful and representative banks and insurance companies that have been fully paid, made big bucks, and had no complaints. I spend all my time fighting the murders and violent crimes that are killing New York State, not mine. This is a failed corporation that has a record number of people and businesses fleeing New York due to a lack of crime-fighting talent."
James previously said in a dramatic press conference Wednesday that Trump and his children were involved in a large number of fraudulent activities when he announced the lawsuit against the former president. She cited documents accusing Trump and his 3 adult children of inflating real estate values, seeking credit to expand his real estate empire.
"Claiming to have money you don't have is not the art of the trade. It's the art of stealing," James said, referring to Trump's famous book.
The New York Attorney General said he continued to inflate the value of the property, specifically naming Trump and his 3 adult children, Don Jr., Eric and Ivanka Trump. She said she had scrutinized millions of documents with her investigative team and told reporters that Trump broke the law in an effort to generate profit for himself, his family, and his company. James said he did this to deceive the system and all of us, and is demanding $250 million while the board where Trump and his adult children get loans in the state, asking judge to stop participating 5 years of real estate purchases. Trump would keep his financial interest in the estate even if a judge ruled against him in the lawsuit. Although her case is only a civil lawsuit, James said she will forward the evidence she uncovers to other authorities. James said Trump's financial reports were greatly overstated, grossly overstated, and objectively false, detailing many of the assessments he claimed. She accused them of creating over 200 false and misleading asset valuations. Amid allegations of his wrongdoing, she accused Trump of deliberate and willful fraud by tripling the size of Trump Tower's penthouse apartment, thereby depreciating it. Trump claimed the apartment was 30,000 square feet. The apartment was less than 11,000 square meters. Based on the inflated square feet, the house was valued at $327 million. To this day, no other apartment in New York City has sold for such a high price, she said. Don't miss our royal story on the Royal News channel. Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any daily updates from the royal family.